here, I will see how far I get. I'm going to start with number 9 and just work and see what I can do without taking too much time for this video. So to do the possible rational zeros, I'm going to be doing the factors of 4 over the factors of 3. And the factors of 4 are 1, 2, and 4. And the factors of 3 are 1 and 3. So now we also need to make sure we do the positive and the negative value of all of these. So we have 1 over 1, which is 1, and 1 over 3, which is 1/3. So positive and negative 1, and positive and negative 1/3. So now I'm going to take 2 over 1 and 2 over 3. 2 over 1 is 2. So I have positive and negative 2, and then positive and negative 2/3. And now 4 over 1, which is 4, and then 4 over 3. So positive and negative 4, and then positive and negative 4/3. And those are my possible rational zeros for number 9. For number 10, I'm going to also need to do the possible rational zeros. I'm not going to go in as detailed as I did for number 9, but I have 1, and my factors of 3 are 1 and 3. So I get positive and negative 1 and positive and negative 1/3. So these numbers are what I'm going to choose from to do my synthetic division to see what numbers work to be zeros. So if I put in 1, I always start with positive 1. So let's start with 1, and I'm going to put in my numbers here: 3, 1, -3, and -1. And when I do that, I bring down my 3. 3 times 1 is 3. Add straight down, I get 4. 1 times 4 is 4. Add straight down, I get 1. 1 times 1 is 1. Add straight down, I get 0. So I decrease the exponent up here by 1. So I'm going to get 3x squared plus 4x plus 1. Now remember, the 1 is a 0, so we need to circle that somehow, some way to make sure we remember that as part of our answer. And at this point, I can either do the quadratic formula, or I could use quad 3 on my calculator. And if you, regardless, you're going to get it with quad 3, it will show you. So I'm going to put quad 3. You will get from that -1/3 and -1. If you do the quadratic formula, you will get these same exact answers. And so therefore my zeros are 1, -1, and -1/3. And that's number 10. Number 11, I have to make my list of possible rational zeros again. So factors of 8, 1, 2, 4, and 8. My factors of 5 are 1 and 5. So when I do this, I'm going to get a list which is positive -1, positive -1/3. Hold on. Nope, 1/5. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong problem. So positive -1, positive -1/5, positive -2, positive -2/5, positive -4, positive -4/5, positive -8, and positive -8/5. Okay, so from this we get that whole list there. And on this one, you end up trying a lot of problems, or numbers, I should say. So if I start off with my 1, I will have, let's see, 5, 41, 32, and -8. Okay, so if I do this, I bring down 5. 1 times 5 is 5. I add, I get 46. 1 times 46 is 46. I add, I'm going to get 78. And then times 1 is 78, and I add, I get 70. Obviously not a 0, but I got all positive numbers here. So this 1 is an upper bound, UB, okay? So that means I'm not going to try positive 2, positive 4, positive 8, or positive 8/5. Okay, so none of those are going to be numbers to test. Well, I could try positive 1/5, I could try 2/5 or 4/5, or I could just try -1 and see what works. If I try -1, that will give me, let's see, 5, 41, 32, and -8. I bring this down, I get 5 times -1, -5. I add, I get 36, and that gives me -36. I add straight down, I get -4. Uh, my 4's keep looking like 9s. -1 times -4 is +4. I add straight down, I get -4. Well, that turned out a lot better than the 1 did. Okay, so a negative number kind of helped. But, all right, so let me erase um, this stuff so I give myself some room here to work. And let's try -1/5. Okay, 5, 41, -32, -8. So if I bring down the 5, I get 5 times -1/5 is -1. Add straight down, I get 40. Multiply that times -1/5, I get -8. Add straight down, I get -40. Multiply here, I'm going to get +8. And add straight down, I get 0. All right, so -1/5 worked out to be a 0. And now, because I started with x cubed, I have my polynomial here with x squared. So 5x squared plus 40x minus 40. Now, because we're just trying to find the solutions at this point, I might notice that I can factor out a 5 here. So if I divide everything by 5, I will get x squared plus 8x minus 8. Okay? And that's going to make this easier to manage when we're either doing quadratic formula or using quad 3. So again, you could use quad 3, and what you will get from quad 3 is -4 plus or minus 2 times the square root of 6. And that is what you will get also by using the quadratic formula. And so your zeros are your -1/5 and also the -4 plus or minus 2 times the square root of 6. Now remember, that is actually two different numbers here when you write it in that format. And a lot of people don't remember that. Okay, so that's number 11. I'll do number 12 and 13 in another video.